Welcome back everybody. Yes, we are going to finish the rest of this area today. Sorry for the delay with getting this video to you guys. I've been really busy with just work, I guess. And I should update you guys. My new computer, I was contacted by the people who are making it for me because it's a custom build. They said it should be done between 5 and 8 days, but I don't know, I have a feeling it's going to be done by the end of this week, so fingers crossed, and maybe I can tell you guys a little bit more about what type of specs I got for that computer when I actually get it, and maybe I can show you guys as well. So anyway, back to this video. So we are finishing off where I left off in the last video, which was I've done the major bypass under this whole area. So this whole area was I guess a mini highway area, so now I've put it completely underneath, so that's what a bypass is if you're not familiar. And I asked you guys, what should I do in this whole area? And a lot of you said what I was hoping you guys would say, which was mixed use area. So a lot of pedestrian pathways, commercial, office space and residential. Of course I wanted to continue this pathway. It goes a little bit crazy just trying to adjust it, but because I made a whole video about doing the cyclist pedestrian highway, so of course I had needed to continue this on throughout the whole area, which you guys knew I was going to do that anyway, because you guys know me by now. So yeah, this is just going to connect up with what was originally done, and then I do actually completely remove this whole highway connection here, which I show later on in the video as well. And I tried to make the tunnel come out of the side of the seawall, but it didn't really work. So it's going to go completely underneath the river. Same with the other side of the river, all of the connections and that big roundabout as well. That's all going to go completely underneath, and then so it'll give us so much more space to work with over here. So when we get to that point, you guys can see what I'm working with and maybe give a suggestion what I could do in that area as well. I'm thinking maybe hospital, major hospital. We do need a stadium somewhere, but I think a stadium in this area is maybe too close to existing residential areas in the downtown area. So maybe not a stadium, but I don't know, or maybe it can just be more buildings, I'm not sure. And maybe I should remove this tram hub as well, because it's quite industrial looking, and I don't think it really fits in with the whole downtown urban area, because I mean it can kind of be like gentrification, so you have the old becoming the new. So, and that would make sense if I demolish the the tram hub and make it into something more fancy. But anyway, what am I saying? Let me know what you guys think I should do in this whole area. It's not a huge area, but it's definitely something I could do something interesting with. So, and the only thing you have to consider with when suggesting what I should do, keep in mind that it's on a main road right there. It's right along the river, so it's right next to a park as well, and it's going to have the connections to the underground highway as well. So I don't know, make a suggestion. It's always interesting to see what you guys suggested. So one thing that you guys did suggest that I didn't do in this video was put in like landmark type buildings, so maybe I could put that in this area here. I'm not sure. I never really put in landmark buildings in general in my cities, not because I don't like them, but just because I kind of forget about them really, and yeah, basically I just forget. And I know that these tunnels look a little bit ugly underneath, but it doesn't really matter. Like I always say, I'm not really concerned with how the tunnels look, because you don't really see them. As long as they function how they're supposed to function in a more efficient, sustainable way, then I'm happy with that. So yeah, it looks a little bit ugly, but it's all good. And so I just have the two connections like that, just keeping it very simple. And yeah, and then that goes completely underneath. Maybe I can actually lower the other part of the highway there that comes out from underneath the ground. I could probably lower that as well, and then that would open up that whole avenue to build on as well. And yeah, so yeah, that's that area done. So let me know what I should do there, and yeah, we shall move on, and maybe I'll work on that in the next episode. I'm not sure yet, or maybe it'll just be something, maybe I'll just do this quickly add it into another video. I don't know. Anyway, back to this main area. This area here I did not like at all. It's kind of like a leftover area. It looks a little bit dodgy. It looks a little bit run down. So I was like, let's demolish everything. Let's completely start again. Let's just see what happens, because I just didn't like the whole area. And now that I've removed the tunnel, it's underneath. It gives a lot more space to work with. So I'm just going to put in some low density commercial, so that will probably fit in well with the proximity to the downtown area, and also the proximity with the what is it called, the pedestrian pathways and cyclist pathways and bridges and stuff like that, because there's a lot of pedestrians coming across right there as well, so it'll fit in quite well, I think. And so the whole area, it's going to be a mixture of green space as well as buildings, but not too much green space. I mean, towards this end of the area, the whole city, it's more commercial, whereas when we get right down to the other end, it's more residential, just because, of course, I didn't want to put a lot of commercial in this area because it's going to be quite busy, going to be quite loud. I mean, some people are fine with that, but in the game, they're not really fine with noise, because it's just something how it is in the game. So in real life, you could probably put in a lot more high density and busy areas, because of course they can work out how to deal with noise pollutions. So anyway, so this whole area, just filling it in, it's, I don't know, I kind of like how it looks. It looks so much better than what was there before, because before it was quite I don't know how you would explain it. It looked a little bit unpolished maybe, whereas this now, it's more filled in. It looks like an actual proper area. I'm not sure if I adjust these lights here. Maybe I've done that off video, because a lot of the time I play with the game off video as well, just like tweaking a few little things, because it's not really that interesting to show in the video. So I just do a lot of little things off camera. So maybe, I'm not sure. I know I did adjust some traffic lights and roads and stuff. We shall see. I can't remember. This area here that I'm doing now with all the pathways, that will be green space. And all of the space on the other side of the avenue, like this side along the seawall, is green space the whole way along. So at least there is a little bit of green space. I mean, it's still quite a lot, because they can walk along and it's probably quite peaceful. The only thing I'm not really happy about is where the pathways meet with the intersection, because I feel like if I were to do a pedestrian bridge over those bridges, the car bridges coming across like there, I feel like the pedestrian oh my god, I'm getting tongue tied here. The pedestrian bridge would look a little bit out of place, and then if I were to do a tunnel, I just don't like pedestrian tunnels, because I feel like in general they really bring a negative image, because you can't really see what goes on down in the tunnel. So it's often an area that encourages crime, believe it or not. So I just don't really like that. Not that it really matters in the game, but it's something that I think about. So you can see I add in just a couple of high residential buildings there, not too much, because there's not really that much space. And so yeah, like I was saying before, the residential is only going to be down the other end, just because of the noise issues and stuff like that. And then just some park, there's not really many park options, these types of, what do you call those? I can't think while I'm saying so much. Tennis courts and whatever that is, there's not really many of those to choose from, so I should download some more actually. And I actually forgot to add in detail to the roundabout to the right side. So so you can see there, it's just bare, so I completely forget to do that for the whole video. I apologize for that. I may have adjusted that off camera, I'm not sure. And yes, so just continuing on with the pedestrian pathways and bridges right here. Originally I wasn't going to do a access point to the pedestrian bridge on the other side, but then I thought it makes sense to add it right there, because that's quite, it's not a huge major intersection, but I don't know, maybe it will be in the future. So I don't know, it's just good to have pedestrian bridges sometimes. And yeah, so I feel like in this whole area that is kind of like surrounding the this mini downtown area here, I feel like maybe I need to put in some more dense residential, because I don't know, it's kind of urbanizing, it's building up a little bit, it's starting to look a little bit more downtown, so, but not like super downtown, but like on nearby downtown. So I feel like maybe I could build it up a little bit, but not too much, not high, just medium density. And for some reason, a lot of you guys, not that I'm criticizing, but a lot of you guys don't know how to do medium density for some reason. So I'll just tell you guys quickly. I mean, it's super simple. So all you do is you zone it as high residential, and then you put in the zoning mod. I mean, not mod, the district whole type thing, where you select the whole area. You click on that, and then you click on disable or don't allow high density, and then that way you just get left with medium density buildings. So that's how you do that. And yeah, so I think we're wrapping up the whole video now. That's it. I think it actually looks really good like that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a suggestion what I should do next. It's always interesting to read what you guys say. A lot of you guys are saying I should do a tram in this area. That would make sense, but the only downside is then you lose the trees in the avenue. So maybe is there some type of mod that allows me to have trees and a tram on the road? I'm not sure. Let me know. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys very soon in the next episode. Bye for now.